New customers, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DEFEND to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place a $5 bet on anything. That's code DEFEND. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over and physically present in Ohio. Valid one offer per first-time depositors who have not already redeemed $200 in free bets via pre-launch offer. Minimum $5 deposit and wager. $200 issued as bonus bets. Eligibility restrictions apply. See dkng.co/OH for terms.
92% of households that start the year with Peloton are still active a year later.
92% because of a bike?
Not just bikes. We also make treadmills and rowers.
Oh, let me guess, for elite athletes only, right?
Nope. It doesn't matter if you're an avid exerciser or new to working out. Peloton can help you achieve your fitness goals. 92% stick with it. So can you. Try Peloton bikes, tread, or row risk-free with a 30-day home trial. New members only. Not available in remote locations. See additional terms at onepeloton.com/home-trial.
It didn't listen to me. It walked out of the thicket. It turned around and looked at me.
They looked up, and in this tree, there was a monkey man. And the monkey man jumped down out of the tree and started running away.
And suddenly, they're right in front of the car. He slams on the brakes and manages to stop, and he's skidding because it's like quite, gravelly. And literally for about a second and a half, they just stood there because they don't know where to go, and you tell them panicking. They're like nothing. Their face is like twitching.
Welcome back to Bigfoot Society, a podcast where we focus on cryptids, the strange, and the unexplained of this world. If you've got a story or something weird to share, send an email over to me at bigfootsociety@gmail.com. And if you'd like to support this show, head on over to patreon.com/the Bigfoot Society. And now, on with the show. All right, Bigfoot Society, welcome back. I have the privilege of talking to good friend Cassie Marozsan today. How's it going, Cassie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm able to talk to all sorts of people today, which for me is a super awesome day. Can't get any better than that. So I'm just happy to talk to some friends. So, Cassie, tell us a little bit about yourself. What is it with you? And you are, you love the cryptids. That's my intro, but tell me more about how you love cryptids.
So I have 6 kids, 3 12-year-old boys, and they like to be outside. So now we go hunting for Bigfoot, and they got their little brother into hunting for Mothman. And that's what we do now. We draw a bunch of creatures that we hear about, and then they research them and look them up, and they do their own little show, Cryptids to Kids, and I interview them, and it's like nice. A family thing now.
That's really cool. And you guys, you get to go to a lot of different events. I'll say that. Which is really cool. And I'm assuming that you're like watching all this stuff. The kids are probably into like watching all the different shows and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Bigfoot related shows. Have you guys been able to meet, your heroes at the conferences or anything cool like that? Or
so they got to meet Wild Bill, and they call him Grandpa Bill now. That's their Grandpa Bill.
That's amazing.
He actually grew up right down the street from where we live. So when he comes to see his family, he comes over and the kids get to see him and they hang out and go out to dinner. And it's really cool meeting him at Cryptid Con and finding out all this stuff. And now he's our buddy.
Yeah. And for people that might not have made the connection, so that's Wild Bill from Mountain Monsters, right?
Yes.
Yes. He seems like, I haven't been able to talk to him yet, but he seems like a very excitable gentleman for sure.
He's very fun. He's just like he is on TV.
Okay, I was wondering. So, I'm going to meet him this because I'll be at Cryptid Con, so I'll meet him all then because that's one of the big things.
You won't
is
miss
they're
him.
all the whole team's going to be there. So.
Yep. Yeah, last year Jeff wasn't there, but this year they're all there again. So.
Oh man, that's going to be a trip for sure.
Oh, it's going to be fun.
I'm excited to meet everyone. You know, I am gonna say Cassie's part of the Patreon, and I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm more. I think I'm almost more excited for meeting like the people I've been able to, meet. Meet on the internet is weird, but like, the relationships, the cryptid relationships, like, people like Scott, Asher's, Daniel, I think is going to be there. There's going to be all sorts of people there.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of them.
I think I'm almost more excited than meeting someone from like a TV show, So yeah, the really fun thing about stuff like Cryptid Con, I think, is going to be, meeting the people that you've been hanging out with online during the pandemic. And I think that's going to be cooler than maybe meeting someone from your TV show that you watch, which is still going to be cool. But Cassie, another cool thing that I've really liked to see this, or it's been fun to watch this happen, is how you've gone from like, someone who's like super into all the podcasts, but also like into creating stuff. And that is amazing. Can you tell me a little bit about that, what that process has been like for you, going from more like a consumer to a creator?
Oh, I still spend a lot of money. I'm a consumer still when I go to these things. But
That's true.
I had to leave Cryptid Bash in 2 hours because I already spent $600. Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, but my brain is based on like imagination and creativity, so it gives me something that I can actually put on paper, rather than sit there and think about, oh, what do I want to draw today? No, I mean, I know what I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw a creature of some sort. I don't know which one yet, but it'll all come out because it's pretty much whatever I interpreted it to be. I can say, this is what this is. And it works a lot better for me.
Tell me a little bit about, so what are the kind of things have you been making with your artwork and other things like that for your Etsy?
So, Etsy store shut down at the moment because of that whole PayPal situation. Like, everything got canceled, so I'm trying to slowly work back into it. But I let Jack know from Paranormality Magazine, and he's going to take care of that, so it doesn't happen again. But, okay, so I have so many problems, it's not even funny. But, so this weekend coming up, the 15th, I have Wild and Weird Con at Chief Logan Conference Center. So nice. I've been trying to do like cryptids and like Halloween, like more spooky kind of artwork. Nice. And then at the end of the month, Carrie and Eric have their Halloween bazaar, so I'm going to be doing that, and that's more spooky drawings. But I've really been working on stuff for Frogman Fest because I have a lot of Loveland Frogman stuff. And I want to do the MILF calendars, the Man I Love Frogman. Oh my goodness.
When I first saw that, I was like, you are so funny, and this is the craziest thing I've seen in the community in a long time. Going back to the Frogman Festival, that's going to be a lot bigger than I don't think people realize how big that could actually be.
Me and Ashers were talking about that. It's going to be big, we think.
Uh-huh. Because...
yeah, it's going to be a good one. I think
it's going to have a lot to do with, MetaZoo is going to be involved. Man, I hope that's public. Is that public?
It is.
Boy,
it is.
Okay, it is good.
Yes, Jeff announced that.
Cassie, there's so much stuff in my mind at any given thing, and I constantly have to be thinking about like what's public and what's not, because I don't want to like sink 1,000 ships. You know what I mean? Anyways, so I'm glad that's public. But yeah, MetaZoo and the Loveland Frogman is one of their more popular cards. I know that, and so. I mean, you're going to have people from all over the U.S. coming there. I can just see it. It's going to be great.
Oh, yeah. And it's at Great Wolf Lodge. So that's going to be like family-oriented place.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I've heard a lot.
Yeah.
I've never been to one of those, but I've heard it's a pretty good time.
Oh, yeah. So I can't wait for that one. I have huge paintings done. I have calendars. I have stickers. I have like the small canvases, prints. I have everything for Frogman.
Wow. Are you going to have any exclusive stuff there, or exclusive prints or anything like that?
I am saving everything Frogman for Frogman Fest. So
Wow.
It won't be anywhere until then. There was some
That is
T-shirts
really
up on my
cool.
Etsy page, but now I don't have to worry about that because I don't have an Etsy page at the moment.
That's true. The problem took care of itself.
You know, so I'm just starting from the beginning.
Oh my goodness. That is so, you know, like that just Etsy, gotta love you, dude. Come on. I hope you get that figured out.
Yeah. No, I will. That's just because my card that was linked to it was the one that got locked because of they thought someone was trying to scam me. So now I have to set everything back up.
Yep. So how many events have you vended so far?
I've only done one so far. That was Woodburger Jamboree from the Wild and Weird West Virginia guys. And then, so the one next weekend is the Wild and Weird West Virginia guys doing Wild and Weird Con.
Yep.
And I've been to a lot. I've only vended at one so far. And this is going to be different because the one I did was outside and my spot was huge. And now I have to condense to like an 8x8 space.
Right. Yeah. There's always, you know, each venue has its own little differences you got to make. But did you, you know, being that vendor instead of just an attendee, what were some takeaways you had from that? Did you learn anything right away?
Well, I kind of learned that I learned what sizes of stuff I need, like when I'm doing shoes and shirts and things like that. And I learned not to take my melted crayon art outside in West Virginia when it's 100 degrees.
Yeah, that's
so that was good
one.
information.
Yeah. Yep.
It was hot that
this
day.
could be so. This will be an interesting conversation because I struggled with this a lot when, you know, I was getting ready for Van Meter Visitor Festival, and I had, you know, I was like, oh, I got to get the shirt, and then I was like, oh man, what kind of sizes do I get? So what did you end up doing?
Right.
You know, what do you follow for the sizes you get?
So when I was there, I had the basic small, medium, large, extra large. Mm-hmm. Everybody needed a 2 or 3X at least, or kid sizes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that was at a park, so there was a lot of kids there. Like Monster Fest, you'll probably need more small, medium, large, extra large. It kind of just depends on the venue and where you're going and if it's adults or kids or...
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
That's a hard part about it.
So Monster Fest, I'll not be vending. I'll primarily be doing the live podcast and then hanging out from what I know so far. So
right.
That will be cool. But that's coming up quick, but Monster Fest is going to be a fun time.
Yeah.
That's
going to be a good one too.
That's the one thing I realized, like when Van Meter this year, because I had so much going on, because I was vending at a table, but also I was speaking, and it was just like, it's crazy. I got overwhelmed.
I
a
listened
few
to that
times.
episode, and
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs. You just bought a home in the suburbs, but no one told you about all the birds, specifically this one, who seems to be calling out Roy. Roy. But who exactly is Roy? And why doesn't he ever respond? Maybe Roy is just bird speak for save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto. I guess until Roy answers, we'll never know. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided in service by affiliates and third-party insurers.
DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is officially live. Now you can legally bet on all your favorite sports anytime and anywhere, right here in Ohio with DraftKings. For a limited time, new customers who sign up with code DEFEND and bet $5 or more will receive $200 in bonus bets instantly. DraftKings has the best features, including same-game parlays, player props, and more, with fast and easy payouts right at your fingertips. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers can use promo code DEFEND to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place a $5 bet on anything. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code DEFEND. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 and over and physically present in Ohio. Valid one offer per first-time depositors who have not already redeemed $200 in free bets via pre-launch offer. Minimum $5 deposit and wager. $200 issued as bonus bets. Eligibility restrictions apply. See dkng.co/OH for terms.
you were more sarcastic than I thought you were going to be. I liked it. With the little questions you'd ask and comments you'd make.
So, Cassie, that's a great observation because live Jeremiah is way more sarcastic than pod. It's weird. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't know, but you're absolutely right. Because I listened to it too. I was like, oh, I'm getting a little sassy up there. This is great.
It was still family friendly, but it was family friendly sassy.
Yeah, definitely want to keep everything family friendly. Actually, that's so. You've given me, I don't get a lot of feedback about the podcast, but some of the feedback you gave me once was like, I appreciate how it's family friendly, and I mean, thank you. That is actually a big thing I try to do is that, not have like tons of cussing or like, well, it's more like the inappropriate for little ear stuff, right? Like,
right.
Yeah, I think we were talking
and
about
John
that.
loves you. My John loves
John's
you.
a cool dude. John's a cool dude.
He is.
Faux show. You guys you're doing some cool stuff on TikTok for sure. Cassie,
Oh,
let's
with all my
talk
art
about
stuff
this.
or John in his costumes.
Oh my goodness. The costume stuff was funny. What is your favorite cryptid?
I really like the chupacabra. It has nothing to do with the story of the chupacabra. It's just the description of the chupacabra. Like the one from Puerto Rico, not the imitation Texas Dogman chupacabra thing.
So the one from Puerto Rico is crazy because, like, the further you get into that story, the wilder it gets. You've got, like, the jungle.
And it's one of the more recent ones, like 95.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You got the
Didn't happen
jungle,
in the
you've
60s,
got the military installation, and it's just like, is it an alien? What is it? I mean, what do you think?
Right.
What are your thoughts as to what it is?
I'm going with extraterrestrial.
Okay.
That's what I think. It just looks too, I don't know. It looks too like stereotypical alien-like to be from this planet.
Yeah, no, I could totally see that, especially some of the drawings that are out there. It's got like spines on its back and it's all scaly.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
When I do mine, I have to have the spines on the back. That's like definitely chupacabra for me.
It's almost like a sassy version of Lilo and Stitch then, except for it's in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
I don't know. Maybe it's totally different, but. So,
and
hey,
I love all things lumber lore.
Oh, lumber lore, like from Wisconsin?
Yes. Everywhere. The fearsome critters, lumberjack lore. Love all of that.
So are you talking like Hodag, or are you talking like deeper cut stuff?
Hodag's one of them, like Spectre Moose, the Bildad, the Goro, any of them. Like Kenzie, Cryptid Chat Girl, is writing a book, and I illustrated the book. So I got to draw 83 pictures of lumberjack lore.
Is that public?
The book is, yeah. It's not out yet, but yeah.
Okay. Cool.
She wrote an article with Greg when Paranormality magazine,
right.
and it's out there, and she's announced it on her podcast, so we're good.
Awesome. Okay. I am so paranoid about this. I'm telling you, I'm paranoid about like announcements all over the place. But that is true. There was a great article on that Greg wrote. Hats off to Greg about Kenzie. That's going to be awesome. So you're doing, like you said, 84 illustrations?
Yeah, I think we ended up with 83.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was good. It was a fun 2
wow.
months. Yeah.
Man, that's a ton of work. Good for you. Good for you. Are you doing the book cover too?
We talked about this with Erin. No, it's going to be, I don't know how she's doing it. It's going to be all digital. She said digital copies. Okay. So when we talked about it with Aaron on one of his lives, it was cool because we kind of made this, we didn't realize it at the time. Like, she didn't see my drawings and I never saw her descriptions. So some of them you might be getting 2 different cryptids that are supposed to be the same thing, or we might have thought they looked alike. But that's how it goes. Like,
that's awesome.
Somebody interprets it this way, another person interprets it this way. That's what you're getting.
Oh, totally. That is really cool. I am excited to see what your interpretations of all, I'm guessing it's cryptids from all over the U.S., or maybe, I don't know, I'll have to see when the book comes out. That'll be cool.
Yeah, everywhere out of the U.S. I think we stayed in the United States.
Okay. Man, I love it. I love it. Do you have, how about this? So I have, I'm going to Cryptid Con for the first time. Mm-hmm. And I guess this could be for other first-time visitors to like a big event like Cryptid Con. And you've been to stuff like that a few times, right?
Right.
So do you have any advice
Definitely been to all of them.
You've been to all of them, except for the Van Meter Visitor Festival, but that's okay.
I looked and I tried with Brandon, but he's like 9 hours is a little too far, Cassie.
It is.
I was like,
yeah,
okay.
I'm just kidding around because like it's too long for a lot of people, and that's why I don't go out there a lot. But do you have any advice to people that are going to be first-time attenders to something that's as massive as like Cryptid Con?
Okay, so if you're going to get autographs and see the TV personalities, make sure you look at the schedule and see what time their booths open and get there early. Not like an hour early or anything, but like at least 20 minutes early because the line will be wrapped around the building.
Really?
If you're going for artwork, if you see something that you like, buy it because it will be gone.
That's it. Mm-hmm.
The second day, a lot of people like did sales, but they didn't have the stuff people were wanting anymore because it was already gone.
Wow. I would say that is probably some of the best advice. And I learned that the hard way at Van Meter a few years back because like Lisa from Cryptid Comforts had all this stuff. And I was like, I got to get back to my booth. It'll probably be there at the end of the day. It was not there. And I was like,
no.
Oh,
but Lisa is everywhere. So that is a good thing.
Is.
Lisa is everywhere.
Yeah, it was good to see her at Van Meter this year. Definitely. But
she was the best at Cryptid Bash and her giant squawk. It was great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what about like food stuff down there for Cryptid Con?
So they have a restaurant. Our experience in the restaurant was not good.
Okay.
we ordered food and they gave like me and Owen our food and never came out and told Brandon that they were out of what he wanted so he could change his order. So he sat there and waited the whole time and never ate.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It wasn't that good what I ordered, which
Yeah.
it was probably some kind of chicken because that's usually what I get. But they have like a little table like right in front of one of the vendor rooms there that has like hamburgers, hot dogs, chips, and that stuff's really good
cool.
because it's like
Okay.
homemade. But
Right.
I would definitely do that instead of wasting a lot of money at the restaurant they have there. But you're like in the middle like of Lexington by the college, so there's everything if you want to go somewhere.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. That's good to know. So you got
Yeah.
stuff around you. If you have like DoorDash on
Oh,
your
yeah.
phone, you're good to go.
There's a gas
Okay.
station right across the parking lot you can walk to get coffee. Like,
Oh
yeah, you're good.
Totally. We're good. We're good to go.
If you want to
This is
get on
good
Wild
news.
Bill's good side, go get him a gas station coffee, black, large. He'll like it.
Black large coffee from the gas station
Yep.
across the street. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
But other than that, I mean, it was fun. Cryptid Con's a blast.
I'm looking forward to it. I just want to have that experience where, I'm not vending, but I'm just able to like experience a big cryptid event and like everyone and meet everyone and have a good time and like support people and just have a good one, I think that'll
And it's
be
going to
fun.
be so much fun meeting everybody that you talk to all the time. Like, I was so excited to meet the Moth Boys and Ashers and Danner and all of them. And now Eric and Carrie are like my best friends.
Where's Eric? Is Eric and Carrie's event? Is that in Erie or?
Yes, it's in Erie at Basement Transmissions on the 29th.
Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely, listeners, check that out if you can, because they do some awesome stuff. Carrie and Eric do some really good stuff. In the last few minutes we have, tell me how was Cryptid Bash last year?
So many people. It was so much fun. They had to open up
Yeah.
another room for vendors because they had so many.
Oh, wow.
The weather was beautiful. It was supposed to rain. The weather was beautiful. I got there when the doors opened at 10 and left by noon because I was broke. And yeah, everybody was there. It was fun.
That's so cool.
Matt came up and gave me a hug. Like, the Moth Boys are the coolest
Yeah.
people. Like,
They really are
yeah.
some of the nicest people in the community, for sure. Like, they are so nice.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, Mike's books are my #1 reading materials for this year, I think. I've definitely read The Vegetable Man and Mothman Learns the ABCs.
Oh, my kid loves Mothman Learns the ABCs so much. He really does love it. We got to get a copy of The Vegetable Man because I hear that's really good as well.
It is.
I just have not gotten
It's very good.
Oh, man. Good stuff. Cassie, it has been really fun chatting with you about what you got going on behind the scenes. And tell listeners again when Frogman Fest is.
Frogman Fest is March 4th at the Great Wolf Lodge Conference Center in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Awesome. And what's the best way that people can keep up to date with what you've got going on and your artwork and products for sale and all that good stuff?
Instagram. Right now, it's just Instagram at Cassie's Land. I post several times a day, so I am always on there. If you need to get a hold of me and ask me about something or something that I've made, just message me on there and I will get a hold of you.
Fantastic. Oh, man. Thanks so much for coming on, Cassie. This has been a fun chat.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for listening to Bigfoot Society. If you like the show, please review and rate it 5 stars on iTunes. Hit the share button and send this episode to all your friends on social media. Subscribe to Bigfoot Society wherever you listen to podcasts. It doesn't cost a thing. Pick up a Bigfoot Society shirt or enamel pin over on our Etsy page, and people will tell you all about their Bigfoot sightings when you wear it. At least that's what people tell us. That's what happens. If you'd like to become an official member of Bigfoot Society with a membership card, a community of like-minded individuals, and extra content each month, then please consider becoming a supporter of the podcast by going to www.patreon.com/The Bigfoot Society. Thanks for listening.